Hello and welcome back to the final episode of Wasteland 3, I think. So, we have to go and fight Angela Death, our constant companion from Wasteland 2. Our friend, along with our companions from the first game who were in our party. It's not great, but it's where we are. Hello, Laloka.
I can't believe Angie set all this up. Damn her!
Austin. He just spins and looks at us. Right, got a couple down there. Nice to see the wolf mercenaries are working with us. I guess that's because we're, yeah, we did their quest. Alright, garage door. Let's get to the computer in here. Alright, these guys are with us. Right. Here we go. I didn't really mean to run right to the center, but that's okay. Get behind cover. Choose a target. Shoot. Okay, well, wasn't great, but that's okay. Up here. Pick a target. Just start firing. Got some more AP. Defend. Defend. See what happens. So they're going to take some shots at us. They just have basic weapons, though. That seems to be doing well for them, actually, now that we're looking at it. Damaged my armor. Not great. When did you get there? Alright. That's problematic. Lucia's down. There's a lot of them, huh? I think our robot will not survive. At least we have friendlies as well, who are also going to shoot. Hey, fastback got a kill. Ooh, lots of damage. Oh, wrench just snuck right up there. Other friendly's turn. Randy get? Wait, is he one of the, I can't remember who Randy was. That's good that he's also getting a turn, whoever he is. Honey Badger. Going wild on him.
Cold.
Can't make me feel bad about killing these people. I mean, they attacked us. Right, that's fine. In here. That one is very dead. We can do the run up here now for extra AP. There are 3 shots in here. And out of range. Step forward. Headshot. Right, now we can start rezzing people.
Keep it
Jody.
together.
See ya. Can I give extra things? There, yeah, there we go. Extra AP. Which we'll then use to res. Marshal Quan. Switch up your weaponry. Hey, we did the smallest amount of damage. Lucia can move forward and get our action, like our ambush on. I'll just end turn. Oh, I missed that one. Oh. Well, my bad. Fastback got another kill. Okay, with some we were doing ambushing. Perfect. We're up. Okay, let's do a little bit of healing. There's a lot of gunfire going on in this one. Get that done. Then we could buy. Thinking about it, I'm gonna go back outside. Hello. I figured out what I need to buy.
You may recall the marvelous.
Yeah, I'd like to buy all of those. Thank you. There we go. So now I can heal a little bit quicker. Because I ideally want to heal from this menu, but that means I need to use something that all of these people can use.
Wow.
And most of them
Thanks.
cannot use the, yeah, cannot use the... Ooh, God, do you see what's happened to the game? Alright, quick save. Quick load. That's a little bit odd. The frame rate went to like 0. What's up with that? Alright, that's better. You can see the ranger wheel spinning correctly now. I don't know why the frame rate dropped to 0, but it must have been something to do with how with the healing in the menu or something. Anyway, we're better now. Yeah, that's better. Oh, wait, the loot's still there. At first second there I thought all our loot was gone. It would have been horrid. Oh no, all our loot is gone. Oh. Oh well, whatever. They can't have dropped anything worthwhile. Here's where they drop a mission critical item. You have to kill them to be able to progress. I like that all of this is now re-lootable. I guess because it's a new area technically. Security compromise. Cancel the alert. Turns to standard informational display. Okay, so now we cancel security alert, so we got to do it in all of the other places. Garage, armory, and brig. So armory is just up here. Where these guys were, whose men? They were Farron Brago's men, so they should be on our side still, right? Or completely dead. Oh, you know what they did? They just peaced out. They were Farron Brago's men. Farron Brago's men decided, hey, instead of fighting for us, we're gonna leave. I mean, to be honest, I kinda prefer that. Spectrum assault leggings? Hey! I found your legs. I found where they were left. Isn't that cool? Spectrum assault leggings. Wait, where are they? Oh, they're at the top. There we go. Hey, I found the missing equipment. Right. Cancel the alert, and then brig's the last place, which is controlled by the refugees, so should also be good. We should also be clear for. We'll just check medbay. Medbay's on our... Oh! Medbay's sort of on our side. Oh. What's up with Amber? That's closed off, but... I love that they just got up. It's like, oh, wait, no, there's Doc Parker. Missed him.
So everyone is killing each other here. And then what? Move on to the city to keep the murder spree going, right? The Rangers are fucking depraved.
Alright, we could have patched up here, I suppose.
Fine. Just don't get shot up out there and make more work for me.
Hi, Irv.
I don't want to die like my clones did! Please, please make it stop!
Hey, Vicky.
I hope you scallywags know what you're doing.
I also love the fact that he doesn't realize that the clone he created is also dead. Oh, do we have to deactivate it here? Probably not, but let's check.
You...
Oh, no.
Okay.
I don't want to make another clone. It crashes the game. Although, maybe there's been a patch, so maybe it doesn't crash the game.
You...
Not right,
Okay.
no. Now, actually, let's do this. Now go for it.
You...
Yes.
You
What?
want me to make another clone? I suppose there's no harm in trying again. I suppose.
Hey, it worked.
Go ahead.
Okay. No, it didn't work. It bugged out.
You...
What?
You want me to make
Whoa,
another clone? Huh? Thanks, Rangers.
I don't see any other clones here. I think it bugged out. I didn't read what it said, so it might not have bugged out. Anyway, whatever. We don't have a clone. It's fine. Hello, everybody. You're on my side, huh? Oh, this guy. Wait, why are the nightclub pit bosses against us? Oh, never mind. They ditched us as well. Okay, I guess because they're against the Patriarch. Shoot them. Right, now we're in combat with them. Yeah, everybody stop shooting. Take your turn. We still don't quite have enough to get that extra shot off. Interesting. I wonder why. Okay, that's fine, because we got him extra AP, which is I thought would make him have time. Yeah, I thought that would make him get that extra shot off each turn, but I guess it doesn't. Okay. with an ambush. Here. You have 15. I love it. Down here. Let's pick one. Private Brandon is apparently neutral to us. Okay. That one's dead. Joey bag of donuts is against us, of course. Right, up here. That's not cover, that's just... Yeah, according to that, that's not actually cover. Interesting. Alright, long way. Oh, switch to this thing! Hey, we got a Stormer! You can switch halfway through. Good to know. Just destroy their cover completely. Then shoot them. Right. Lucia. I mean, we can test whether this is cover or not by whether we do cover things around it. It looks like it might actually be counts cover.
Killed him.
Okay. One of those. Wondering what these are. Like these little, yeah, those robes. Not entirely sure what those are. Private Fish is dead. We have 3. Yes, we got that one for free. Ambush. He's now rowdy. Oh, he had a drink. Alright, he's gonna come punch us. Alright, well, we sliced you with a sword. What are you gonna do? Alright, you punched us. Okay. I see. I'm making less fun of this now. This is not ideal. Like, who's this? Private Long. Okay. Don't recognize that one either.
They deserve better.
Okay. Hey, our friend. Mr. Sells your outfits. Alright, those guys are on my side. That's good. Don't know why they're wearing robes, but they're on my side.
Join the Rangers.
My communist robot. My communist honey badger. I noticed that my buffalo isn't following, but I think my buffalo, because we've got the buff on us, for the buffalo might appear in the next area. Which is my hope and dream. 5,000 damage. I love it. Up here. And just shoot. Alright. Hey, hit him. Let's let us see the rest of this room. Double hit. Nice. Grab the loot if there is any. Yeah, on this guy. Brass knuckles. That person was apparently an Oh, he was the shop. That's why he had so much ammo on him. It's all the ammo that was remaining in his shop that we just picked up there. From Bag of Donuts. That's cool.
So everyone is killing each other here.
I like to be
of course,
patched up.
have a seat.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
If it ain't cut, don't stitch it.
Let's leave. So now we've done that, we can't get into the war room. We could open that and attack at the front. I don't see a great reason to. So let's keep heading in. We need to get to the brig. Oh, do you have anything for us?
Terrible business, all of this. However, I am pleased you saw fit to support the forces of civility in this conflict. The Patriarch is nothing if not the epitome of politeness.
Sure.
Of course, Rangers. It would be impolite not to
Rancher
share such
outfit,
tremendous
commoner,
deals.
hipster. Oh, it reset what he sells. Oh, cool. That's cool. Because now, it actually gave us another skill book for toaster repair. Which is completely pointless because we can get up to max without the skill book. But still, I'm going to use it because now my skills are 1 off max for toaster repair. Isn't that cool? No? Nobody else finds that cool? The food on the table is cold and partially eaten but not rotten. It's clear somebody fled mid-fight. Okay. Ooh, disarm that explosive. Hopefully the refugees are on my side. And they were in control of the brig, so... think. Hello, refugees. We cool? They are dead. All right, we are. I mean, I guess we're cool in a way. This is also very much in the cool in a way sort of situation. All right. In that they're all missing in the container. Meds. Okay. That's not good. Hopefully the rest of them are down in here. They seem to be friendly. So they held the brig. Good to know. Hello, Hope.
Welcome to Hell, Rangers. I hope you can get a handle on the situation. All's well here, at least. We've kept both sides out of the brig so far, and all our charges are secure. What can I do for you?
That's good.
Good luck out there.
I wonder whether we can try and recruit anyone in here. Be like, join me. Oh, that was a key to something, which I completely missed. Cancel the alert. What's the key to? Up to the top. There we go. Brig master key. When you want to mingle with some lawbringers. He's still here. Hello. You got anything new?
Shooting and stuff.
Nothing. Okay. Hello.
You heard that
Sounds
too.
like you're having my kind of party out there. Fuck you for not inviting me.
Valor? Ash? Irene?
Sounds like you're
Yeah, okay.
having my kind
Liberty?
of party out there. Fuck you for not inviting me.
Serving my father only delays the inevitable, you cow dogs. He
All right.
will fall.
See you later.
Without someone strong to take his place.
Just thought I'd see whether she had anything useful to say. She did not. I think our cook joined another side. Oh, we can repair this toaster again. Alright. Might as well while we're going past. Another Tarjan token. I believe that's called garbage right now, right? Because we can't go out of this area. $8,000 damage is a way to start the fight on our side here. So who have we got? We got Connie, we got Private Mulder, we got a bunch of people over there. Right, run around this way, Omen. Get this out. There we go. Something a bit like that is what I'm thinking. Didn't do as much as I hoped it would. Right, Marshal Quan up here. Do it again. Alright. That's good. Jody. That one. Then maybe just ambush. Barhawk. Get into cover. Heats. Get into cover. Ambush. Can we move Lucia up here? Yep, again can't shoot, so ambush.
Moving up. Taking cover.
There's some good damage. Lucia can't see anyone. Oh, there we go. That was Sparhawk who fell. Oh, it was Jody who fell. Oh, this guy, Private Waits, was about to fall down there. Cut in the corner. Gideon Reyes hiding away.
Moving to flank.
What are you doing? Okay, I don't know what that was, but that was cool. Nice. A penetrating shot is something I should use more often. It's good. Are you gonna res Jody? I just saw that we had a healer. I was like, you gonna res my side? Nope. Oh, we have more friendlies. Nice. More friendlies. So this must be our actual. Yeah, these are our actual friendlies, opposed to the just ally. Right, opposed to our allies in this fight. Yeah, I think we can win this turn. I'm just gonna run out here then. Hit. There we go. I'm pretty well. Get around here.
They killed him!
Yep, just keep going. Hold on. Oh, there's Connie. Let's try and move the least number I can around here before I shoot Connie. There we go. Let's go with this first. Double miss, good. There's a good one. Armor. Pretty good. Out of ammo, reload. Just keep up the firing. Alright, do it again. Went through so many shots there. Alright, you need to switch to your sword. Just start laying in. Do it again. Except this time crit. No crit, huh? Just use her incredibly high amounts of mobility from somebody being down to run around and shoot. Alright. End turn.
We protect what matters.
Oh, there's two. Oh, I missed it. That one was also low. Thought they were dead. Okay. I think we're fine. Alright. Forgot she doesn't really have health, so to speak.
How about we skip the bloodshed and try to...
You're trying to cut a deal with the robot. There we go. Yeah, they will all die in this turn. Good. Right, time to leave. Off to heal. Is what I'm doing here. If we have free healing right next to us, we might as well take the free healing. Rather than...
So everyone is killing each other here.
Everyone's killing each other.
I'll do
but rather than like healing manually, just... It's not. It doesn't even cost us money. Not that that would matter, because we have so much money that it's actually irrelevant how much money we have. Right, in here. Let's go get the loot. Oh, we can get these as well, which have higher lockpicking requirements. Static. Yeah, I was wondering whether maybe we could speak to Wade there and say, yeah, we're killing Angie, and he'd be like, what? He would be shocked. Probably very unhappy with us as well, I would imagine. Oh, hey, Reagan. I forgot Reagan's here. Alright, hey, Reagan.
Mommy. Mommy.
Not very useful to either side. But what's this? Oh, that's that thing. Okay. Let's speak to Gideon, see what's happening. See what he thinks about the situation politically.
This is not the outcome I wanted. But if it is the outcome available to us, so be it. Safe travels, Rangers.
Alright, let's go. Identify myself as command and disable the system alert. Apparently the rebels weren't able to remove your command privileges, so you disable the lockdown, the lights and sirens stop, the computer's main menu appears. Navigate to vehicle evacuation tunnel menu and get to work. You queue up commands to open the vehicle evacuation tunnel and send your truck to the terminus point, Market Square. As you hit execute, a message flashes. Warning, command queue paused. Vehicle cannot be delivered to Market Square elevator. Security override in effect. Access terminal museum to override terminate override. Alright.
Good work, Rangers. Glad you killed that security alert. It was driving me crazy. Did you get that vehicle evacuation tunnel open?
Well, it's fine. It looks like the Patriarch's people shut down the Market Square elevator. We'll have to fix it there.
That's the spirit. And fortunately, I know where you need to go. The computer that controls the elevator's hidden in a secret room in the Patriarch's museum. You go find it and cancel that override, and I'll move the truck to this end of the tunnel. I know. I promised you'd drive through the tunnel to the square and catch Angie from behind. But at least the truck will be delivered to you there once you unlock the elevator. Sorry, Rangers. Best we can do. Great ski out.
Okay, so I gotta go what? That's what I'm hearing. I don't hear shooting out the front anymore, but I'm still gonna take the long way around. So I'm assuming we can head out. Which way do we head out? Like this way? Walk past these guys. Yeah, we see this. I'll just let him go. Let's see if he has anything to say.
You're lucky we were here to help.
We are. Yeah. Right, downtown Colorado Springs. I'm not gonna shoot more of them. It's time to end this one way or another. The game is like, yeah, it's the end. You know it's the end? I'm like, yeah, I know it's the end. I'm kind of interested to see how they build up the climax, because I don't think that they can end it in quite the same way that they ended 2, like with the big enough, like with the same kind of big bang, so to put it.
The Patriarch is a tyrant! This is our time to rise up!
It's them.
Hey, it's the Rangers, just in time to save our butts.
Traitors! You're gonna die for locking up our mama!
Alright then.
They see us.
We get to go first, though. Oh dear. They don't realize that hell is about to be upon them. Well, that's a lot of damage, but not as much as I thought it was going to be. Omen? Move forward just a little bit. There we go. Just shoot them with a nuke. Right. That'll endear us to them. Okay. 1. We killed him and he came back at full health. Well, their crime was attacking us. I'm sorry. That is no crime right now. Right, headshot. There's another down. Oh, you know what? This would be perfect, because this lets you get another shot, and if you get another shot, you get a kill, which then gives you more AP, so you can then take another shot and get another kill. Okay, that's good. Didn't quite get that one. Behind this bit of cover. Right, yeah, and then just defend, I think. Defend. I was kind of hoping to crouch you, but I can't crouch because you're technically in cover. Alright, save AP. Crouch. Let's see how this goes. So they're feeling a lot worse for wear. Oh, never mind. They don't care.
Let us go!
Wow. There's a lot of damage with their burning weapons. We're about to kill Sheriff Daisy. Or not. Alright then. Yeah, just get yourself irradiated. That was pretty good, actually. She might just die on her turn, though. Just thinking, when the turn ends, she might die through the burn damage. She's still alive. Okay. We can save her. But we need some severely quick movement from heat. Heat. Heal. She is not out of range. That is incorrect information. That's okay. I will walk around there and heal her. Right. We've saved. Okay, Lucia. Omen. Let's go get a kill for Omen. Run through here, because apparently I can't be irradiated. Got a crit. Nice. Jody. Get out of here. That was pretty good. Right, Lucia. I still want to find out what irradiated is, so I'm still going to run her through it. What's it do? Minus 30% max con. Oh, just as a flat. Okay. So it's a flat debuff to max health. That's good to know. We're out of range. Okay, head up here. And res. Okay. Then heal. Just see what I want to do this turn. Probably just defend, right? There, we got one person taking a shot, so we'll probably have one down. Never mind. Lucky evades. Never mind, one down. As I first said. Friendly turn. Crazy shot guy.
Tough resistance.
Okay. Rangers, let's chat.
Would love to, but first of all, let's grab loot and let's heal. Some are probably gonna die here. Right. Let's start with in here. In this one, grab some heals. Heal. Heal. Another heal. Another heal. You need to get rid of this injury. Get rid of the injury. Get rid of 2 injuries. Wait, 1 injury kit gets rid of all injuries? Oh, I didn't even realize that. Oops. I've been wasting so many. Hello.
Well, hot damn, Rangers. Thanks for the save. If I was younger, I'd kiss every one of you. But you'd probably appreciate a warning more than a kiss. It was a red-headed woman who riled up these folks, leading what looked like a squad of Rangers. Got the refugees to block the street, then skedaddled towards Market Square. I don't like you much, Rangers. But if you want the Patriarch to honor his deal with you, well, you best keep him alive, huh?
What happens if the Patriarch dies?
Colorado goes to shit, that's what happens. And you go home empty-handed. Now quit jawing and go kick that so get cracking.
You're not coming with us?
Well, if that redhead is a ranger, then I'd say taking care of her is ranger business. So we're gonna stay here and guard your rear. Godspeed,
all right.
Rangers.
Yes, if she liked me, she might have come with me. How about you?
The refugees are out of control. Do something, Rangers!
Paperboy?
Extra, extra! Paperboy threatened by encroaching violence! Okay, fuck this! I'm out of here!
Oh, see ya. I guess I had to go into cinematic mode because he moves, and you can't move in a conversation usually. That's kind of neat. I like that. Right. Quick save. Did I see we had a level? Nope. As usual. So I want to go right at the top here. Ooh, what have we got here? Disarm explosives. Oh, blocking the medical crate. It's just rude. Also, there was a shop here. I guess they've kind of hidden themselves. It's ultra morphine, which can lead to internal bleeding. Did you see that there's 2 plasma mines I completely ditched? Or completely dodged, sorry. Wow. It's crazy. Oh, no, there is a way into this store. Just go through this door.
Go find your own loot.
It's a big city. There's enough loot for all of us.
Sure. I guess so. Take what you need.
I just want to see if the people are still alive in here. No? There's an armor crate. Oh, it's another one of those helmets. Alright, cool. But yeah, plasma mines completely avoided them. Oh, it is the only way we can go is up here. There's
Your
Angela.
reign of terror is over, Buchanan. Time to bury that stupid hammer of yours for good.
I'll bury it in your head, you damn she-cat. You...
Wow. First move, destroy the statue. That sends a message. But we got the Marshal's power armor, I just remembered, so that this should be helping us in the fight, right? Corpse isn't here.
Sounds like there's trouble in the old museum. Please walk to the exit.
Ooh, the frame rate is dropping. Alright. Oh, this way?
Please walk to the exit, folks.
How do I open this? So that goes around here. To this thing? To a blue and yellow, to a what? How do we... This is the right thing to do, right?
Please hold them close until the alert is over.
And there's like a blue thing that heads over from here.
Old Baldy's looking out
Oh, this thing?
for you.
Is this where I need to stand somebody? Right, that opens that, but there's nothing that's opening the door. Oh, this thing? We did it. I'm a genius. Right, open it. The computer screen flashes a red warning. Emergency lockdown. Blast doors locked and elevator functions disabled. To cancel lockdown, please enter admin ID and press cancel. Nerd stuff. Lockdown cancelled. Blast doors unlocked and elevator function restored. Queued commands will now execute. Thank you, administrator. So that, I believe, has now unlocked it so that we can get our vehicle. Just checking the route. Can we go around the back? No. We cannot. So I guess we go out the front and then our vehicle will appear. Right? The door is unlocked. You can hear the Patriarch's troops beyond it. Open it and you'll be able to be face to face with them. Quick save again. You know what? This calls real save. Real save. Let's go. Open it up. And there is our vehicle.
Rangers, about time. Your friend has been giving me some trouble.
Also, how does he have his hammer? We have his hammer.
November, how many good folk did you gun down to get here? And all in the aid of this hollow old man?
Well, you're calling us killers? You asked. Well, no. Let's go for this one. We're not going to accuse her. We're gonna deflect. This isn't about the Patriarch. This is about Arizona. People are dying there too, and the supplies the Patriarch has promised will save them.
And what will he ask for the next time you need help? Will you help him disappear some more protesters? Will you help him kill the Arapaho?
Idealistic fool. You don't know what it takes to keep the peace.
There are other ways of saving Arizona, Rangers. Help me, and we'll find them.
You can't win here, Angie, but if you surrender, we'll ask the Patriarch to be lenient.
Fine. I know I'm gonna die either way, but I'll go quiet if you let the others walk.
It worked. Oh, but we also need the kiss ass. Patriarch, if we end the standoff and arrest Colonel Death, will you let the others go free?
You're asking a lot, Rangers. But fine. If it ends this, I'll take her and let the small fry go. As long as they get the hell out of Colorado and know they're dead men if they ever come back.
I'm a little disappointed that I get to skip the final fight, but also I really didn't want to kill my party from Wasteland 2. That would just feel bad. So this is a much better ending.
Fine. I'm putting down my gun. Do what you gotta do. So long, Tack, Pete, Brother Thomas. Keep the faith, yeah?
Yeah, I'm happy we didn't have to kill them.
It's done then? Good.
But we did also skip the last 2 fights in the game.
With this, my nation
sort
is
of.
once again secure. You've earned the reward I promised your general. And you will have it. The trucks are already on their way. Now, you have a choice. You can return to Arizona, but you have a home here, if you want it.
We'll stay here. Lend a hand where you need it. That seems like the most sensible option. Somebody's gonna need to be here to, well, keep the peace when he dies.
Good. It will be good to have you here. There is still much to be done to repair the damage my children have wrought. The road forward is not an easy one, but hopefully we will both live long enough to see the birth of the peaceful, prosperous world we've all been fighting for. Until that day, I will make sure that Colorado hails you as the heroes you are. Thank you, Rangers. Thank you.
And that, I believe...
They don't know in Arizona what we did in Colorado on the trail. If we saved them or betrayed them, if we did the job we went for or we failed.
That was an interesting game. Is this got the ending, or... I wonder whether this changes depending on what things you did in the game. That'd be interesting. Seems to be so far. I don't know. Anyway, that was fun. We'll talk about it more when we get to the credits, but the ending was interesting. There was a lot of things that were like really good, and a lot of things that I was like, huh. Like they weren't necessarily bad, they were just very weirdly done. I don't understand why. So, yeah. Think about it. Yeah, I'll think let my thoughts come in while we let the song go off. Oh yeah, this is this changes depending on what we did. This is how the ending's done. That's cool. I'm interested to see whether there's any actual details here.
He turned against his father, siding with the old man's rivals, seeking fame. Rivals tried to stop us.
This is some cool way of doing this. Instead of doing the like this is what happened stuff. It just goes, you know, let's do a little song about it.
Home to Daddy, we made it pretty clear just where he stood.
But it's just basically saying what we did in the game so far. It hasn't said anything else.
Then we made our way to Aspen.
Yeah, then we made our way to Aspen. There was nothing in between point A and B. Yeah, that was quite a lot.
Victory, pulled the legs off humans just for fun.
Yeah, it'd be a very weird game if we decided to go evil. Because then he would have been in our party.
The urge to make him pay for what he'd done.
I'm kind of intrigued. Like, I can't alt-tab where the music was stuff. I was like, I wonder who the companions are in this game.
On a track halfway to Kansas, we found Buchanan's daughter making plans.
Yep, again, we went right there. We didn't kill any bison or anything like that.
Conquer Colorado,
I mean, save
with the help of desperados, gangs, and clans.
Then we talked her into just being that's it.
Though she swore she'd not surrender, we promised not to end her, come what may. Shot the folks around her, then bound her and we took her from the fray.
Yeah, we were just like, yep, that's it, we're done. talk him out of it.
We went back to Buchanan. We told him we'd done everything he asked. It was his turn to deliver, so we could save our Arizona home at last. But we thought he might renege or demand we plead and beg on our knees. He made good on every detail. He paid up just as pretty as you please.
I didn't think for a moment he was gonna, you know, back out on the deal.
Arizona, what we did in Colorado on the trail. If we saved him or betrayed him, if we did the job we went for or we failed. But when the winter turns to spring, the news newcomers bring, they'll know that the Rangers kept their promise and the aid from Colorado's gonna flow.
I didn't think he was gonna back out on his deal. If there's one thing we learned about the Patriarch, is that the deals he made were fairly well kept as long as you keep your end of the bargain. Patriarch was true to his words. Every few months he sent a supply convoy across the Rocky Mountains to the Rangers in Arizona. Yeah, like, he made the deal of the Godfishers. It may have been awful, but he made the deal of the Godfishers and he kept it. Of course, the convoys didn't always survive the trip, but they were enough to keep the Rangers alive and get them back on their feet in Arizona. Okay, we'll just let it go at the pace that the game's going. Oh, we're getting another song. Meanwhile, you continued to keep the peace in Colorado, and you had no shortage of new recruits. Every ambitious young person in Colorado wanted to be a part of the Rangers. I'm listening to this song being like, is it one that I know? Is it another cover? With 2 bases of power, the Rangers can dream of one day expanding their reach across the West. Wait, this is Genesis, isn't it? It is. It's the one we heard earlier. Angela Death and her team were officially declared dead. General Woodson held a small memorial service in their honor. After that, her name was never spoken again. The last of the original Rangers was gone. What do you mean she was officially declared dead? What? No, that wasn't my ending. Fake news. In Colorado Springs, the Patriarch soldiered on, clinging to power even as his body failed him. He stubbornly refused to name an heir. Okay. Fair enough. As the Patriarch's health declined, you became indispensable to him and your influence grew. When the Patriarch finally dies, it'll be the Rangers who decide to take his place. Seems fair enough to me. We're the de facto peacekeepers, and we didn't need to cause chaos to make it happen. I mean, chaos happened, but you know. The Gippers maintained an uneasy truce with the Rangers, worshipping their hostage god from afar, though the rank and file were incensed by injustice. To maintain order, the Nazis vowed that one day the Gippers would reclaim Reagan as their own. I was gonna give Reagan back. I literally just didn't know how to do it. Because there was no way for us to do it. But mechanically in the game, if we could have given the machine commune on the sly, I would have. But anyway. Your actions convinced the machine commune that humanity could never be trusted. They walled themselves off from the outside world and the increasingly paranoid Gippers. Rumor has it both sides are stockpiling weapons. Not ideal, but yeah. It's the answer that kept both sides alive, which was kind of one of the things we went for a lot of the time. We kept a lot of people alive. Led by the gift, the breathers withdrew into the Rocky Mountains. They kept their distance from the people of Colorado, moving higher and higher into the mountains as generations passed. I mean, I wasn't happy with my answer with them, but I also didn't want to kill them all. Our option was kill them all or let them continue being in their drug-fueled state up the mountains, so... I mean... In time, the breathers became a legend to the people of Colorado. Some said they were evolving into a new form of humanity, others didn't believe they existed at all. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure I was happy with that one. But, and also, like, the other option is they're all dead. Which was kind of like the other option for a lot of things. The 100 families reclaimed the old resort town of Aspen, but they never held a meeting there again. Too much blood, they said, and too many bad memories. I do like all the covers in this game. They were all very well done. But if I never hear the monster mash again, it'll be too soon. After their humiliating defeat at the hands of the Rangers, the gangs of the Savage Council fled back into the plains. Within a year, most of the survivors were dead or enslaved by rivals. Fair enough. Okay, next one. I don't want to click next because I want to let it go at its own pace. But the Savage Plains got their name with good reason. Everyone knew the other gangs would rise. Eventually they'd cast their eyes on Colorado again. Okay. That's fine. Plains gangs felt we did what we could do with them, which was kill them. The Patriarch tried to rebuild his relationship with his daughter Liberty. He removed her from the Rangers prison and brought her to his palace, though he kept her shackled at all times. Yeah, I'm sure that's really going to build a strong relationship. Yeah, not ideal. She never spoke a word to him. Day after day, she sat calmly across the table at every meal, or at the back of his hall when he received petitioners, regarding him in silence. Alright. You could see how she might have gone to that decision. Though his bodyguards fear for his safety, the Patriarch continues to insist that he can win her over, and that he's not in any danger. Liberty's too smart to kill him, I think, is what we get to. Like, I got the impression she'd just wait. Flab and his monster army maintained control of the bizarre and unexpected island of stability in a region remade by you and your team. Alright, Flab and the monster army, by far the people I was like, I don't know if I should be helping them. Apparently, the best administrators in the land. Flab, after all, was a survivor. He survived the Patriarch, the Rangers, and he'd survive whatever was still to come. Apparently. Guess it's good we didn't kill him for Fire and Brygo. Oh, I wonder if we're going to learn about what happened to Fire and Brygo. Nope. Believed it was all over at last, Jody returned to Arizona with the supply caravan, glad to see the last of Colorado's snow and ice. Jody, I think that's a good answer for her. Even though we didn't save her cat. I think it was her cat. People were very mad about the cat. And thanks to her help and the delivery of the promised aid and supplies, Jody's folks made it through the tough year that followed and prospered. That's good. I think we might have got the best ending that I feel we could get. I mean, apart from the fact it told me Angela's dead, but like, nah. Anyway. Impressed that Team November had kept their promise to the Patriarch despite everything that had happened, Quan joined them full-time and became their chief liaison with the Marshals. Alright. Quan, you're a bit of a weirdo. Not sure if I liked you. But you were very good in combat. With things with the Patriarch finally settled, Lucia decided to remain a ranger, continuing to patrol and keep the peace, and to serve as their liaison to the 100 families. Okay. That's a good ending for Lucia, I guess. What did she do with her father? Nope. After years of loyal service, the Rangers retired Morningstar and allowed him to drive his Kodiak Shell on his long-dreamed journey to rediscover America. No one knows where he went or how far he got, but there probably aren't any communists there anymore. Well, that's nice that we just let our vehicle drive off into the sunset. But also interesting we didn't get to hear what Lucia did with her father. Guess he just faced justice, whatever that meant. Ironclad Cordite's death was mourned by no one. When they heard of it, a number of warlords in Kansas breathed sighs of relief. Ah yeah, that was us. Is it going through all of our potential companions now? The ones that we, murdered? Returning back to Arizona, Pazepi helped the Rangers distribute the supplies from Colorado and continued to rise the ranks of the organization in the years that followed. It's Pazepi. Who's Pazepi? Who knows? You know, they introduced the companion far too late in the game to be used. Nobody cried when Fish Lips died. Some of his old crew, however, dug him up and ate his liver for old time's sake. I'm gonna make me feel bad about Fish Lips, the cannibal who introduced himself as a cannibal. After things resolved, the Rangers noticed Scotchman was no longer with them. They searched every bar in Colorado Springs, but never found him. Some say he's been seen drinking in saloons in Kansas and points east, but these rumors are unconfirmed. Oh, that implies to me the next game might be set in Kansas. That's what I hear from that, if they're doing another one. Like, it would seem to me like that would be the natural point if, you know, that's where Scotchman's gone. He's the main character. With that, the story of Team November comes to an end. For good or ill, you changed Colorado forever. Its people will live with the consequences. Okay. Waiting to see whether this is the end. If it goes into credits, I'm fairly certain it is. But the story of the Rangers goes on. Okay, there's no next button to press, so this must be the last slide. What are you loading? The credits! Oh, well there we go. Well, Wasteland 3 is done. I liked it a lot. I'm gonna start with that. I think it's a good statement to say because I'm quite negative about some of it. But I want to start off by saying, like, I liked it a lot. Did I like it more than Wasteland 2? I felt it was paced better than Wasteland 2, which helps it a lot in my view. It's a very different game. What I'd say is Wasteland 2 was trying to be, at least in Arizona, because Wasteland 2 is 2 games, right? As we kind of went when we played it. There was Wasteland... I'm going to lower this. I don't know if it's going to lower it for you, but I'm lowering the music slightly. It does not lower it for you, but looking at my audio levels. Anyway, Wasteland 2 was 2 games. It was Arizona, and it was LA. Arizona was very much a hardcore kind of like survival CRPG is how I'd call it, right? It was you're low on ammo, you're low on resources in general, you basically move from fight to fight, scraping your way through, clawing your way up, right? Once you got to LA, that ended. LA was very similar to what you got in Wasteland 3, which I think is good that they chose a direction. Every area was very linear and had its own little story, which I thought worked very well for it. When they fixed the loading issues, I think it worked even better. Like, because it was like, these are your individual areas. You can explore them, and each individual area could have like its own set of puzzles, which I think was quite nice. There wasn't a lot of fetch questing, which is something that Wasteland 2 is horrible for, was like I need you to speak with this person, to tell him to come to speak with me, to speak with this other person, to speak with me again, to speak back to the first person, right? It was a lot of that kind of quest. This one, every quest was very... I'm trying to think of the right way of putting it that isn't completely negative. Every quest was very structured, I think it's the right way of putting it, right? You would enter an area, there would usually be a little fight at the start that gave you a rough idea of what kind of things you'd be getting into. You know, like take one of the I'm trying to think, like take the area in Aspen, right? It's the perfect kind of little bit. So Aspen, you had a fight right at the start. Showed you were fighting the breathers. It gave you a rough idea of what it was, lots of cover. It also let you use your vehicle so you could kind of, you know, brute force your way through the fight. Then from that point onwards, it gave you like a little optional area to the side, a little bit of lore. Then it gave you an optional fight if you wanted to, which was in the first building. Crossed over the bridge. And then it gave you like a little puzzle section, a little something to do, a little bit of a working something out, a branching path. It still came round into the same area, and then like one final fight before you get to whatever conclusion there was. And that was like, you could see that happening a lot. Some steps were cut out of that, but effectively each area was very, very similar to that, right until the end of the game. And then in the end of the game, they were just like, nah, screw it. Let's go back to Wasteland 2 style, where it's just like, here's a giant open area, do what you like, you know? I mean, actually, once we got into that area a little bit more, it was a little bit more structured in the same way, but it was just oddly done. But yeah, I think the end of the game wasn't quite as polished as the rest of it. I think it was a little odd, but I think that's because they were also, the end of the game was designed to be the same area with the same fights working for multiple different paths, and I think that's a very odd thing to be able to do, because there was a path where you could work with Liberty, I assume, based on what the conversations we had with Liberty. There was a path where you could work with Victory. There was a path where you could work with Valor and the Gippers. There was a path where you could work with the Godfishers, I think, because the Godfishers were, like, when you were with the Gippers, were saying, hey, you could work with us. So I assume there was a path where you could get in with the Godfishers. There was a path where you could, you know, X, Y, and Z. There was a lot of paths in. There was a path where you were just working with Angela. There's also a path in the game where you just kill the Patriarch in the middle of the game because there's nothing stopping you. I mean, you saw that when we were in the Patriarch's Palace, there was an option just to attack them. We could have just attacked them. I don't know how the game would have progressed forward from there, but I mean, it definitely wouldn't have ended with the Patriarch. It probably would have ended with Liberty, maybe, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it just auto-killed you. I don't know. I haven't really figured it out what would have happened, but there was definitely thoughts that you could be storming the Patriarch's Palace at the end of that game. It let that be an option. There was a path where you could have followed Iron Cordite and led the Scar Collectors, right? So there was another path at the end. So there's a lot of different ways we could have handled that. So they used the same area. I'm using so too much. Anyway, they used the same area to a lot of different effects, which I think maybe weaken that final area's focus. They also did the weird thing that they did at the start of Wasteland 2 and Wasteland 3, where they were like, your choices really matter. Choose option A or option B for your game. And it's like, well, I don't know. It didn't really, I don't think that the two choices mattered nearly as much. It didn't matter a lot in Wasteland 2 either, but like they seem to like that bit at the start of the game, and then they don't bring it back later in the game. Like, they don't give you the same locked off choices. But yeah, again, it was a very fun game. The writing was very humorous at times. It was definitely a lot more funny than Wasteland 2. I'm comparing it to Wasteland 2 a lot, but I like to see, because we just finished it before we played this game, I can see how it's evolved, but they definitely made the game a lot more funny. What they did, like, in Wasteland 2, was very, like, I wouldn't say the bits where it was trying to be funny were absurdist, right? It was like, it was just like, this is just odd sections. It's like, people would just be extremely odd to you. In this one, in this one, it was all for, like, everybody was humorous in the game. Everyone was trying to add a little bit of humor as well. There's America the Beautiful, the one I kept getting wrong. Ooh, I'm actually interested in this other song. We had Black Betty, Build a Ballad, don't know that one. Oh, they're more in the middle? Oh no, those are they performed by Golden Scorpatron, don't know that one. I assume that was written for the game. Yeah, some of these must be written for the game, right? Yeah. Miami Funk, The Monster Mash, of course, yeah. Oh no, there are some other ones here, they're just not highlighted. Huh. I guess they weren't. I wonder why these aren't highlighted and the others were. Maybe they were just kind of not really included. Yeah, I think some of them weren't really included. Like little themes here and there. Live action movie? There was a live action movie? Wait, when? Was that the start? I don't remember there being live action movie actually, but or maybe they cut it. I can't remember that. Maybe it was at the start. They did it at the start of 2. Huh. Anyway, I'm trying to think what I want them to do if they were to do this again. There was also issues with the fact that this was built for, like, it was obviously built for consoles, like with the UI. Some of it was quite obviously like, this is a console UI in and out. Like, the fact that the conversations were big and bulky, the fact that they popped up one at a time, huge font, like, it was obviously built for you to be playing on a TV, which is fine, and it's the way that they decided to go for it, but it's like, it's a little odd. I would almost expect if I was to come back to this in a year, some of these things on PC would be cleaned up. I don't know. What would I want for a Wasteland 4? For a Wasteland 4, what I think I really want is one performance. I want it to keep the humor and stuff. I want performance to be a little bit better. And I want the UI to be a little bit cleaned up. But actually, I really like the game in terms of how it was set out. I think what they almost, it's almost like it just needs to be just a little bit cleaned up. Like, just a little bit more polished. Not like, this is a great step up from Wasteland 2 in a lot of ways. So, yeah. This was a lot of fun. So, is that the end of the credits? I'm just wondering. Oh. Oh, that's cursed. That's broken. I think. Wait, is that meant to be blue? Maybe that's deliberate that that's blue. Huh. What happens if I click continue? Just out of curiosity. Does it New Game Plus us? I don't know if there's a New Game Plus. I'm just intrigued. It'll probably bring us right back to before the Patriarch fight, but let's see. Yeah, that's our last save, so I assume that's where it would take us if it doesn't New Game Plus us. I don't know if there is one. Directly before the Patriarch fight, huh? Well, that, I think, is where I'm going to end it. Thank you for watching this series. It was a lot of fun. We're not going to be replacing this series immediately with anything else. I got a couple other series that we need to clear up before anything new comes on the channel in the CRPG space, but I would reckon next is probably going to be going back to Baldur's Gate. We'll see though. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in whatever comes next. Goodbye.